When we first started Sandstone, the size of the impact was something that was important to us. There were honestly few areas that we had applicable skill sets. A lot of it was just energy, effort, and intention. But what we did have was the ability to help teams grow and develop. And so we really wanted to make sure the impact was as large as we could make it.
It's hard to believe that, we've been around for over 7 years at this point as an organization, and the reach of our impact is just so significant. My professional career actually went a very different direction, so I didn't go straight into this field. I actually worked in the finance field for a while and really enjoyed the work, learned a lot, but at the end of the day, it wasn't necessarily the most fulfilling work for me.
When I was kind of looking at where did I want my career to be, I wanted to build something and get experience in kind of building an organization. And so I saw that finance was a place to get a good background in that. That's where I got to meet Marcello. But I always wanted to do something that made an impact.
In terms of ending up in this field, I actually really roots back to my family dynamics and where I grew up. So I grew up in Kentucky. My mother is actually a social worker. My father's a physician, and I grew up in a very diverse family. So I'm one of 6 kids. Having grown up, on a farm with those family dynamics that I shared, a big part of our value system was giving back and wanting to make a difference and really help others.
There's a huge need for teen and young adult services, especially for substance use, mental health. And so the goal was just how can we make the biggest impact? And so in the early days, it was just kind of a few of us at a coffee shop. We were just meeting together, trying to figure out what's the best design for the programming, trying to support and empower the clinicians.
We saw a big need in supporting age-specific behavioral health care, and we saw needs really across the U.S. To build an organization that really helped teens and young adults with their behavioral health struggles.
From there, we just kind of grew and tried to find people that were willing to trust us, which in the early days, I don't really know why anyone thought it was a good idea. I think what folks saw was just an ability to be aligned around a mission, which ultimately was to inspire and empower change. And that's what was important to us.
So Rick and I, our other co-founder, we were actually working up in Boulder. And when we were thinking about where to start, we honestly looked across the entire US and said, hey, we can and will start wherever we think the biggest need is. And then we started peeling it back and doing our research and just realized, one, the need is everywhere, and 2, right here where we are, there's a massive need.
And in terms of how do we think about, growing into new locations, growing into new geographies, the way that we do that is basically based on the need. And so we're looking at where is the largest need throughout the country, and then what is available for those services.
From the very beginning, having a strong mission and core values for us was very important. Really doing everything we could to bring those to life across the organization really mattered to us.
The way I've thought about it on my end is you kind of have like a pyramid in terms of when you're building an organization, and the most important foundation is the culture. Because if you build the right culture, the right people start joining on that mission and on that journey, and the right people are going to create the right processes and the right workflows, and ultimately that has the best services for the team.
There's so many organizations where there's a mission statement on the wall and there's core values, and most people can't even tell you what they are, let alone know how to apply them. And so for us, we're big believers. Our mission, inspire and empower change. Our core values, RIPCAP, ridiculously service-oriented, integrity, partnership, courage, accessibility, and passion. Those are core tenets for each and every person on the team. And we recognize that the work we do is tough. What we're trying to do as an organization to grow and meet the needs for teens, young adults, and their families across the U.S. is very challenging. On our end, we just really believe that the mission and values are what underpin a really strong culture, and an organization's success and Sandstone's success, over time will continue to be very reliant upon our ability to consistently bring those to life.